Hello everyone, this is Serap, assistant professor at Abdullah Gül University. My research is focusing on marketing mostly, and I would like to thank all the conference committee who are organizing International Congress of Management, Economy and Policy in this year. My research is focusing on responsible production and consumption, and the title of my research is The Effects of a Product Service Advertisement with a Responsible Production Message on Corporate Image and Consumer Purchase Intention. Here is my presentation outline for today. I'm going to share my abstract one more time for this presentation. Then I will mention about the theoretical background of this research. I will clarify the research problem. Then to solve this research problem, I will mention about research aim and objectives. And then I will present the model we developed for this research. I'm going to finish with the expected contribution of this study. And also I will mention about the limitation of this research. This is my abstract. As most of you are familiar with the Sustainable Development Goals, which is launched by United Nations, all companies, all organizations, all governments, countries are focusing on a better understanding of the environmental and social impacts of products and services. Therefore, there is sustainable goal, which is called as responsible consumption and production, and their practices get growing attention of many enterprises, many organizations to achieve those goals. Responsible production means producing more while using fewer resources by minimizing environmental degradation, improving resource efficiency, and promoting sustainable lives. Okay, let's see my study. Well, if some of you are not familiar with the Sustainable Development Goals, it's first time launched in 2000 with the 8 goals. And the 8 goals try to accomplish for 15 years. However, although they try to protect planet, people, and provide profit for the enterprises, which is not fine enough, because most of the countries, most of the industries found it not comprehensive. Also, when we come to the 2015, most of the things are changing in our world. Technology is changing, climate is changing, population is increasing, and internet changed most of the things in our life. Therefore, United Nations extended those goals from 8 to 17. And in this research, you are focusing on the goal 12, responsible consumption and production. Although there are 17 different goals, all goals are related to each other. To accomplish one of them, the people, the enterprises, the governments has to be careful about the implementing the other goals. Well, sustainable development means that meeting the needs of present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. Well, according to the United Nations, responsible production means finding a sustainable way, finding a green way to produce products and services. It's sometimes called corporate social responsibility, green marketing, and the other names in the literature. Responsible production is mostly adopted by businesses, and they try to find new ways that enable sustainable production patterns. Companies' responsibility is deeply analyze the environmental and social impacts of products or services as needed, and their product life cycles and affect human lifestyles. Simply, responsible production means do more and better with less. It aims to decrease operational cost of the organizations by resource saving and improving quality of services and products. It also aims to decrease environmental pollution and improve resource efficiency. It also includes to control and managing better, well-designed product life cycle and prevent risk for everyone, humans, animals, planet, world, everything. Responsible production practices can reduce the accidents, can benefit environment by reducing the all kind of risk, damages for all stakeholders. In this research, although the most of the literature, existing literature, are looking at responsible productions from the business's point of view, in this research we aim to look at it from the customer point of view. Sometimes responsible production is called lean production, green production, sustainable manufacturer, or sustainable production. Well, companies aim to decrease the risk of financial, market, or operational for a sustainable economy. This is one of the more comprehensive study in the literature, which is done by Niulai and Chai. They create a comprehensive framework to understand responsible production antecedent and consequences. As you can see from this model, responsible production practices affecting customer level attitude, affecting firm level performance, and also affecting employee behavior and the other stakeholders. According to the literature, responsible production increase the customer satisfaction, increase the customer loyalty, also positively affect the customer perception about the company and their purchase intention for future. Well, in another study, Lloyd and Smith and N found a positive relation between companies' responsible production practices and their advertisements. They found that both serve to provide a strong and positive reputation and image to the company. So how much company is implementing responsible practices and how much they mention about them in their advertisement, it affects the company's reputation or image. Again, in another study, which is done by Svoboda and Button in 2019, they aims to explore the relationship between social and environmental responsibility of the company and consumer loyalty, and they found these positive relations. Well, however, in this study, instead of focusing on those practices, we are looking at how much companies are mentioning, announcing those practices in their advertisements. Because to accomplish United Nations SDG goals, companies are focusing on developing a positive attitude towards innovating waste solutions, not damaging people or the planet. These are some examples from Turkey and from the other countries. Well, those advertisements is try to help the companies to increase their public profile, actually. Companies who are implementing more responsible practices, they want to advertise more about them. Well, if you go to any shopping mall in those days, you can hear so many music, so many jingles. We are using less water, we are using recycled materials, we are not damaging animals, we are, trying to save our planet. So what customers think about that? This is called corporate brand image. Corporate brand image means to customer perception about the organization, what they think about the company. So when customers have a positive attitude, or they think that company has a strong corporate brand image, it helps company to differentiate themselves from their competitors. So it helps companies to increase their public profile. It helps companies to increase customer attractiveness, product support, visual recognition, investor confidence, and staff motivation. So when company has a strong or positive brand image, it affects customers' future behaviors. It might be loyalty, it might be satisfaction, or it might be purchase intention for future. So good corporate image enables company to have competitive advantage, and in the long run, it helps company to increase their sales profits. So the research problem about this responsible production and corporate brand image, most of the research are focusing on the company perspective, not customer perspective. And it's still an expanding area. It still requires more saturation and refinement to gain better understanding, comprehension through new research. So also, the most of the research focusing on mostly on manufacturing companies. What about the service companies? Are there any differences? This research aims to explore the effects of a product and service advertisement with a responsible production message on corporate image and consumer purchase intention. To reach this aim, again, the objective of this research is to propose a new conceptual model to understand the relations, to compare different industries, manufacturing and services, and to present new insights and directions for the future research. This is the proposed conceptual model of this research. We propose that when companies are using more advertisement about their advertisement messages includes more about responsible production message, it enables companies to have strong corporate brand image. When companies has a strong brand image, it increases customer purchase intention. Well, expected contribution of the study is theoretically, we are proposing a new model to understand how the responsible production message advertisement influence the corporate image and consumer purchase intention. And also practically, these research findings will help the managers to clarify how the responsible production messages shape the corporate brand image and customer purchase intention, how it will affect their financial performance in the long term. Of course, this is an ongoing research and it has its own limitations. It's still just a literature review. We haven't empirically tested our model yet. So initially, we would like to do a qualitative research, interview with the consumers to strengthen our conceptual model. Then in another study, we would like to test our model. Thank you for attending this presentation. I'll be very happy if you can provide more feedbacks under this video. Thanks.